One of the most agonizing parts of your breakup is not just the pain you feel from your best friend leaving you. The other difficult part of your best friend being gone is the questions and the thoughts that swirl in your head, like, what is my ex thinking? So in today's video, I'm going to explain just exactly what your ex is thinking during no contact. Actually, I'm not.
What do you mean by that?
I'm going to tell you exactly why wondering what your ex is thinking during no contact is the biggest mistake that you're making during your breakup. Right now is the hardest time you probably ever had to endure. Your best friend decided to leave you and they just left you shell-shocked. Every night you're up at 3 a.m. wondering, what are they thinking? Will they forget about me? You're replaying the breakup over and over again. And you're replaying the breakup in 4K. It's vivid. You're up all night and you can't wrap your head around how this person who used to sleep right next to you every night is gone. You can't make sense of the breakup. And then you wake up in the morning. Every day you go to work, you drive past the coffee shop that the two of you had your first date at. You want to tell them about the promotion that you got, and the first person that you would tell would be them, and you can't do it. That's a dagger to the heart. You just want to know what they're doing. You just want to know if they'll forget about you. Are they seeing someone else? You want to know what they're thinking. Are you on their mind? And it's driving you to the point of obsession. But this question, what is my ex thinking, especially if you've gone no contact, this is the longest time that you've ever been not in contact with your ex, and it's driving you up the wall. Here's the problem with this question, though. This is something that consumes your thoughts. So your thinking leads to anxiety, and your anxiety leads to obsession, and your obsession leads to fear, and your fear leads to you being stuck. Okay, let's just answer the question. What if your ex is thinking about you right now? Now what? What changes? What has changed during this time? Are you going to go over their place, do a drive-by? Are you going to go knock on their door? Are you going to call them? And then if you call them, what do you say? What does this change? This changes nothing. All this question does is feed your fear. That's all this does. This does nothing but fill your head with anxious thoughts, which anxiety is the last thing that you want to have fill your thoughts and your spirit during this time. And what if they're not thinking about you? And I'll be totally honest with you, during this time, especially early on, they're not thinking about you. They are glad that you're not contacting them. But if they're not thinking about you, it doesn't mean that they still don't have feelings for you and they won't change their mind about the breakup. Here's where you come in. You're focused on the wrong person. I understand you're hurt right now. You're fearful. You're heartbroken. Like I said, this is probably the hardest that you've ever had to go through. But there's a time and a place to be heartbroken. Please believe it. I understand. I understand from my own personal experience, and I understand from all of the clients that I've worked with over the years. There's a time and a place to be shattered over this. Your best friend is gone. You had plans to get married, or you were married, and now they're gone. You're an intelligent person. You can figure shit out, except for this, because this brings out a lot of things that you're not used to dealing with. Your limiting beliefs, the way you feel about yourself, your childhood trauma, your abandonment issues, your trust issues. As I said, there's a time and a place to be broken apart by this. But there's also a time to get up and step into your power. What is my ex thinking during this time is not what you need to be focused on. What you need to be focused on right now is your personal growth. And I don't mean just work on yourself like the other YouTube gurus tell you to do. I mean, what is that? That's some vague shit. That's very vague. I mean, what does it even mean? Because if your idea of personal growth is just going to the gym and watching videos, you got another thing coming. You can kiss your ex goodbye because you're failing to address what needs to be addressed during this absence. And what needs to be addressed is the fact that you contributed to the breakup in a major way. I know that's not what you want to hear. I can see people in the comments right now. You want someone to feed you some warm milk and rub Vicks Vapor Rub on your chest and let you know it's going to be okay and pat you on the back. I suggest you go to another channel.
We don't do that here.
This is not the place for that. I'm going to give you a dose of reality that you don't want to hear. But the truth is gonna set you free. The truth is gonna get you to the goal that you want, which is getting your ex back. You know deep down why your ex left you. Because of your trust issues, because you showed them too much affection, because of your insecurity, because you showed them too little affection, because of your anger issues, because of your jealousy issues, because you were a poor communicator. If you don't focus on either eradicating those issues or managing them to the point that they're not detrimental to your relationship, when your ex comes back around, they will leave again. Because why would your ex stay around when the issues that contributed to them deciding to break up the relationship and move on are still present months or weeks after they decide to come back? Why would they stay? And not only that, when they come back and they see that you're still having fearful, anxious, obsessive thoughts about how many people they've been with, what they were doing, why they decided to leave, why they decided to come back, if they're going to leave again, those emotions are all negative, detrimental emotions. That's fear talking. No one wants to be around someone who's fearful. This period is also about attraction when they come back. And you can't re-attract someone or attract someone with a fearful mindset. So this period of time needs to be focused on your growth, eradicating the issues of why your ex left, and developing the mindset that allows you to be confident, charismatic, courageous, and emotionally composed. And these are the 4 C's that I focus on in my entire program. My entire program is rooted around shifting your mindset. I would love to help you with your breakup challenges right now. Click the link in the description to book a free call with me. We can chat more about the program to see if you're a good fit for it. My program is rooted in helping you make a transformation, because that's what needs to be done. Having the question of what is my ex thinking is rooted in fear, whether you want to believe that or not. Underneath that question is, will they forget about me? That's a fear-based mindset. Your ex does not want to see you fearful. Were you fearful when you first met them? Hell no, you were. You were confident, you were sure of yourself, you were relaxed. I like this person. We got a little chemistry. I want to see where this goes. Now you're desperate. Now you're fearful. Why in the hell would your ex want to take you back with that mindset? Because they love you? Love is not as unconditional as you think it is. You have to make a transformation of a fear-based mindset to an abundant mindset. And that abundant mindset has the presence of, you know what, I dare you to move on from me. Because you're not going to get anybody better than me. I was off track during the relationship. My trust issues got the best of me and it pushed you away. But when I'm on track, oh my God, you want to have my babies. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? I'm me. My life is amazing. I dare you to move on. You leaving does not define me. I define myself. When you have a mindset like that, I don't think you know how irresistible you are, not just to your ex, but anyone that you're around. And unfortunately, right now, you're not that. But you have to make that transformation, because if your ex comes back around and they see that you haven't changed and you're fearful and you're anxious and you're desperate, it repels. That energy repels. This transformation is everything. So if you're continuously asking yourself the question of what is my ex thinking right now, you need to change that question into, why am I not thinking about my personal growth? But if you continue to ask that question of what is my ex thinking, continue to stay stuck.